Alright, welcome back. We're doing a a Legacy Cube draft, and it's not powered, so I can't draft Signets into bunch of ramp into like Balance and Wildfire. I have to actually draft a deck. What I'm looking at is Ashiok seems okay, but not fantastic. Certainly if I can steal an opponent's creature with her, she's great. And she's a planeswalker, so. Mirror Battlesphere is good, but hard to ramp into. Phyrexian Metamorph keeps me open, which I like, and it's a really good card. I think I'm going to take that, but. Oops. Exhume is okay. Not really where I want to be, and Sylvan Caryatid is okay, but again, it requires me to commit to green, and it's not that good. Okay, what do we have here? Olivia's very good. She's a pretty strong trump. Psychotog is interesting. I've never cast that card in my life. Might be pretty cool to cast it now. Molten Tail Masticore is a little iffy. I like the original Masticore better. Right now I'm looking at Olivia or Remand. I think I'm going to go with the Olivia. Could be wrong, but we're going to try it. Okay. And Burn is not fantastic in this cube unless you're on an aggressive strategy. Explorer is okay. Wall of Blossoms is okay. Vraska is good. Hellkite is pretty good. Keranos is excellent, but I just can't pass Grave Titan. Grave Titan is nuts. Absolutely nuts. Ramp, and we want creatures under the battlefield abilities to copy with Metamorph. Flame Tongue Kavu is okay, but I think Garruk Wildspeaker is a little better. Hypnotic Spectre is good too, if you can connect with it, but it's pretty easy to remove. I just like Planeswalkers in general, and being able to ramp out Grave Titan early is good. And we are immediately rewarded with a Nissa, and nothing else that we really care about in this pack. Murderous Redcap is fine. It's great to copy with Metamorph, but it's pretty unimpressive otherwise. And we have a few 4s already, so I'm going to go ahead and get it on the Nissa. She's a great finisher. Okay, kind of slim pickings. Droft's Messenger seems really hard to cast, so the only way I want to cast that is if I get like a Birthing Pod, which I might. Dragon Skull Summit seems pretty good as far as mana fixing, but this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's a good chance Summit will wheel, especially because I'm taking some good black cards, so we'll stamp up the Messenger just in case we find a pod later. Wood Elves is nice. Woodfall Primus is nice, but it's really expensive and we don't have that much ramp. And then none of the rest of these cards are really any good. I'm going to take the Wood Elves. It's great if we pick up like a duel later. Although not Temple Garden. None of these cards are good. Like these aren't. None of the duels are in our colors. Factory is a little unimpressive unless we're playing a controlling deck with sweepers. I'll take the Vengevine. We'll try to possibly find some use of it. Primal Command's the only card that I'm really interested in this pack. And might be able to play Commune with the Gods. I doubt it, but I don't think we're playing anything else in this pack. It's interesting. We have a kind of a deck evolving. Definitely base green. Ooh, wow. Explorer or Vraska. I don't want Underworld Connections, even though it's really nice with Garruk. Because I think we just want to go more powerful. I'm gonna grab the Vraska. And we get past an Arbor Elf, which kind of punishes us for not taking the connections. But it's fine. It wheeled, which is great. We have a fair amount of ramp. And we have a pretty solid high end. I'm kind of satisfied with how this draft is going so far. I guess we'll take the Hordling Outburst. Not going to play it though. Dragon Skull Summit wheeled. We're going to sideboard that. And we'll move this to sideboard. This is good. Alright. Well. Lots of these cards are sweet. Craterhoof Behemoth is a nice finisher. Elvish Mystic is really consistent at ramping us. Song of the Dryads is good removal. Wooded Foothills is a nice fetch, but I'm hoping it wheels. So I don't want to take that first pick over something like Craterhoof or like Song of the Dryads or Elvish Mystic. I think I want to grab the Craterhoof. The ramp is more likely to wheel, and there's more of it. So, what am I missing? I'm missing, if we pick up a pod, I'm missing a 5-drop creature and a 7-drop creature and a 2-drop. So I should keep my eyes out for that. But we might not hit a pod. Ooh, Ashcloud Phoenix is good, but we have a lot of 4-drops already. Lotus Cobra is just excellent. But is it better than Sarkhan? Bitter Blossom's pretty good, but we don't really have any way to make the tokens bigger or suit it up with equipment, except for like Craterhoof. Pumping Bloodstained Mire is fine, but again, I don't want to grab lands quite yet. Reflecting Pool's pretty good for our double mana costs. I'm looking at Sarkhan or Lotus Cobra. And I think we have enough powerful high-end stuff to do that I want to grab the Lotus Cobra. Neither of those are going to wheel. They're both too powerful. Oh, wow. Okay. So Dismember, which is a pretty good removal spell. We don't have any removal, except for like Olivia and Vraska. But if we're, let's see, Freyalise is actually very good. And Llanowar Elves is pretty good. Mox Diamond is great at getting us out really early. But I think we have a fair bit of ramp already, and hopefully some more will wheel. So I like the Freyalise. I like Freyalise. She's good at like handling problem permanents, and her ultimate draws us cards, which is probably the only real problem we're going to have in this deck is drawing cards. Ooh. Thran Dynamo is just excellent at powering out Grave Titan and Craterhoof. But I wonder if we don't have enough of a top end to really justify Thran Dynamo. Maybe we want the mana fixing instead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, 12 pick. I think the Temple is likely to wheel. Thran Dynamo is just not gonna wheel. It's way too powerful. So Stomp Howler is our 5 for pod. But Disciple of Bolas is pretty excellent, especially with Drelf's Messenger and being able to Phyrexian Metamorph it. That's what I'm looking at, being a little more a little more combo. We might not even play this this Olivia or this Dragon Skull Summit. We have enough artifact and enchantment removal for Stomp Howler. Wayfinder doesn't really get us a whole lot. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Disciple. Another 4-drop, but hey, what can you do? Best card is the best card. Here, there aren't really any good creatures or spells, so I'm gonna pick up a Volrath Stronghold. Nice little utility land there. Okay. Here, I'm not really interested in the Cultivate. It's probably fine. But I want to fix our mana with Llanowar Wastes, or pick up another top of the curve, like Finisher and Avenger. And I like Avenger, because we have this 3 Dynamo, which is great at powering it out. Okay, so we have Springs, Brain Maggot, Farseek, Wild Mongrel doesn't seem great. We're not even sure if we're playing red, so I'm not interested in Springs right now. Farseek seems really good, though. We need more early ramp plays. Okay, the only pick here is Song of the Dryads. It's a nice removal spell. Sarkhan Wields? Again, not sure if we're in red, and if we're in red, it's pretty light. So I'm going to go with the Reflecting Pool. Try to make our mana better as it is right now. Top would be nice if we had more shuffle effects. The only other card here is Phyrexian Revoker, which I guess is reasonable. Hey, Temple Wield. Great. Phyrexian Revoker seems like more of a sideboard card. Well, it seems like a very good sideboard card. I like how this deck is developing. Would like to get like one more piece of early ramp maybe in the 1 or 2 slot, and then another 6 or 7. Another good finisher, and maybe a creature at 5 and a pod. Pod would be excellent. Okay. Wayfinder is not really what we want. It just doesn't do enough. We don't have enough graveyard-based strategies to make it relevant, and just picking up a land isn't that great. Drolf's Messenger is going to be awkward to cast. Hopefully we can pick up some duels. Don't really care. Neither of them are good. Might be worth splashing red just for Olivia. She's really good, but let's see, how many playables? We have 18 playables? We need like 5 more? That seems really doable. Okay, what do we have here? Worn Power Stone is very good. Kitchen Finks is excellent. Yavimaya Elder is very strong as well, especially if we're trying to ramp. It's between Power Stone and Yavimaya Elder for me. And Power Stone just actually lets us ramp. Yavimaya Elder just lets us curve out well. I'm going with the Power Stone. Lets us cast our 5s and 6s, whatnot, early. Okay. We have a green fetch. We have a Rampant Growth. We have a Hornet Queen. So basically every single thing that we want out of this pack. Rampant Growth is probably most likely to wheel. I just want the Hornet Queen. But the fetch is also very likely to wheel. People have been passing a lot of green. So I'm gonna grab the fetch and hope that Hornet Queen wheels. Polukranos is not bad. Unburial Rites is not awful, but we don't have ways to get creatures into the graveyard, and we don't really want to splash white. I think I'm just going to pick up the Polukranos here. We might not play it, though. Well, there's our pod. Other picks are Whip, Troll, Tree Speaker, and Fiend, but I have to take the pod. That's just so good with what we have. And now we need to pick up a 5-drop creature. Oh, well, there's a 5-drop. And it's not great, but it's not horrible. I kind of need it to fill out my curve, so I'm going to go ahead and grab that. If we see a better one, we can take it. Then like another 6 would be nice. This is turning out to be quite a deck. I'm definitely not interested in playing red. We have so many good cards in just green and black. Man, grabbing that Birthing Pod was fantastic. I don't think we're gonna have a wow and a Natural Order. Jeez, this is crazy. Get the Natural Order. Master of the Wild Hunt is good, but it's not Natural Order into Craterhoof Behemoth good. This deck is excellent. Definitely not playing the Polukranos. We have so many good options at 4. Deranged Hermit is the Phyrexian Obliterator. Don't like Obliterator. We have a lot of 4s, and Hermit's a great 5-drop. Feels Craterhoof extremely well. I have no problem paying the Echo, dropping another land, and potting it away into a Grave Titan, so. Now I'm mostly looking at mana. We have some really excellent spells to cast, but I just want to be able to cast them. If I can pick up a couple of duels, that would be excellent. Rainforest lets us fetch Bayou or Overgrown Tomb. It also lets us do Polluted Delta or Underground Sea. Nothing here. No lands. We want the Rexage or the Precursor Golem. Precursor Golem is really sweet with Pod. Reclamation Sage is great to handle random stuff though. So I like it better than like Song of the Dryad. Oh, we get you off my Altar to wheel, great. There's a Rampant Growth to help fix our mana. Can take the Ophiomancer, I guess, though we won't be playing it. Mesmeric Fiend is nice. It's a good early play. Profane Command seems interesting. Don't want either of those. Okay, so our mana is going to be awful. Well, not awful, but not fantastic. Probably cutting the messenger. We don't really have any reason to need a shuffle effect. Oh, but it's good with Avenger. The fetch is good with Avenger. So I guess I'll keep it. Messenger is kind of iffy. Profane Command is kind of iffy. How many cuts do we actually need to make? We can Wayfinder into Vengevine, but I don't know how good that is. I think our primary plan is a little better. Alright, well this is maybe not, maybe not. All of our fours are fantastic. All of our fives are very good. Only the creatures I might want to cut, but Hermit and Silverheart. All of the twos are good, with the exception of maybe Mesmeric Fiend. So but I need one of the fives here. I think it's Deranged Hermit. Want to cut 3 Dynamo might not be the best. We have a lot of other ramp. We have ways to tutor for our stuff with Pod. I feel like mana is not going to be our problem. Similarly, Mesmeric Fiend might not be the best because it's not it's like not mana or a fatty. It's neither a win condition nor an accelerant, so it doesn't really fit into one of the two pieces of our deck, and it doesn't give us card advantage to help it run smoothly. So I think Fiend might be the cut. Metamorph is actually a 3. I think, yeah, Fiend is the cut, and that's... Wait, we didn't need to make a cut. So we can bring one card back in. It's probably Mesmeric Fiend. So we have more early plays. Okay. 23. So we need 13 more lands. The majority of it gonna be green. Wizards, no, we don't want an island. Or do we? No, I don't think we want an island. Even though we can fetch it with Misty, and it helps us cast Metamorph without pain. I don't like that. Leaves 10, 11, 12 green sources with a 13th to help us get double green. I think we can go down on that a little bit. the swamps. We want, like, let's see, it's 4 or 5 black sources plus a little ramp. Like, we want to be able to cast Fiend, Disciple, and then Titan. We have Farseek and Rampant Growth. I think we can do with 3 swamps. And make sure we have green mana all the time. Alright, we'll do that. Okay, and gonna submit this, and then I will see you in round 1.